I know exactly where you are right now. You are someone who work in a 9 to 5 or 9 to 7 or even 9 to 9. Your boss doesn't get it. You keep on working, you are underpaid, and by the time you get home, your brain is absolute dead. You know you need to learn cloud, you know you need to learn Python, DevOps, CI/CD, Terraform, Kubernetes, but you keep telling yourself you don't have time. But you are not in the condition to take actions. And I also know that you are someone who is ambitious and who is ready to take actions to change the situation around yourself, to change your family condition, to change your financial condition, and to create wealth for your loved ones. But you keep telling yourself that you don't have time for this. You don't have time to upskill, you don't have time to learn anything new because you are spending most of your day and even weekends in the office. I'm here to tell you that's a lie. It's not a time problem. You don't have the time problem. It's the priority problem. And today we are going to find at least extra 20 hours per week so that you can use that time to upskill and uplift your career. And you might be wondering why are we doing this? If you are someone who has been following me for a long time, my channel is known for simplifying cloud and DevOps concepts and to create tutorials around it, real-time concept. And like I'm not really a good speaker when it comes to giving motivation, time management, or productivity, right? But for the past few months, many of you have been reaching out to me and asking me the same question over and over again. Like, how do I find time to do all the things that I do? How did I find the time to write the book that you can see over here? How do I find the time to create tutorials and like a lot of those? And this year I have published more than 200 videos or maybe more than that. How did I do that? With a full-time job, with two kids, with the family, and with all other things that's been going around. So that's when I thought maybe it's time I could share my experience, the things that have helped me with the time management, with the productivity, and maybe I can teach you that. Maybe it will be helpful for someone else as well, right? So that's why we are doing this video. Look, we all get the same time. We all get 24 hours a day, 24 by 7, 168 hours per week, and roughly 5,000 hours per month. We all get the same time. There is no one that is getting any extra time out of those. It's all about how are we managing our time. I know some of you have kids, side hustles, side projects, or even family responsibilities, aging parents. I know it is hard and it is a lot of responsibility. But look around yourself. There are people with more responsibilities than you, but they are able to find the time to upskill and to get certified and to get hired. So, what is the code that they have cracked that you haven't? So, it's all about how you are prioritizing your time, how you are managing your time. So, in this video, we'll be discussing an important time management technique called time boxing, and this is something that I have been using for past couple of years. At least for the past year I have consistently following it and it has helped me a lot, so I'm going to share it with you. Okay, so the time boxing technique starts with planning your ideal week. So first let me show you how my ideal week calendar looks like. Okay, and then I will show you how you can design your own ideal week based on your situation, based on your priorities and so on, right? As you can see, from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., this is when I sleep. So I take at least 6 hours of sleep every day and I wake up over here at 4. Okay, from 4 to 4:30, I plan my day like I get ready, I take the cold shower, I prepare my coffee and everything, and then I do the non-stop work from 4:30 to 7 a.m. every day, every morning. And you can see that it's from Sunday to Saturday. No weekends, no holidays. Because consistency is what matters. This is when I do the recording, this is when I plan my videos, this is when I do any learning or any side projects related things, right? So this is the time that I have given it to myself for my side gigs, something that makes me happy other than my 9 to 5 job. Okay, then after that, over here at 7:30, actually this was supposed to be till 7:30, but from 7:30 to 8:45 I have blocked my calendar so that I can go and drop my daughter to the school. Okay, that's when she gets ready and everything. After coming back, from 8:45 to 9 I have my breakfast. And from 9 to 12:30 I do focused work. The work, like my office starts at 9, so that's what I do. And then from 1:30 to 2, half an hour, I take the lunch break, and rest half an hour of the lunch break, I spend time on social media to reply to the messages or to schedule any post for the next day, or if I have to post anything on that day, I do that during that time. So I have blocked my calendar specifically for social media so that I don't really open my phone every time I want. I sometimes do that, but it's mostly for a few minutes, right? It's not like I am scrolling for an hour. I don't do that because I have blocked everything on my calendar. Then again from 2:30 to 3:30, office work, and at 3:30 I go to pick up my daughter from the school, and it takes me around 1 hour going there, picking her up and coming back. And from 4:30 to 5 I just wind up my work, conclude it, hand off and everything. I do that. From 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. I have blocked my calendar for the family time. That means I will not be working during this time. I will not be doing anything extra during this time other than spending time with my family, with my wife, with my kids, and everything. And this is the time, at 9 p.m., when I take my daughter to bed. I read stories to her, and then she goes to sleep. And after that, I spend some time with my wife. And then at 10 p.m. I go to sleep so that I can wake up at 4 in the morning. So this is my ideal week. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be like, I don't have to follow this strictly, but I try to follow it whatever I can. Obviously there would be some days when you have some, let's say over here somewhere, right, during the lunchtime I get a P1 call, so I have to finish my lunch up early and remove the social media time and give that time to the work. Or sometimes, when my kids don't let me sleep during the night, so I cannot wake up at 4. So there are some days, in which it happens. But when you plan everything, you make sure that you follow it religiously, and that's what I try to do. So now you have seen like why I'm blocking my calendar for sleep, why I'm blocking my calendar for family time, and so on. Like, what is the necessity for that, right? So this is where this time boxing helps. Okay, so this is what you need to do. First, you go to your calendar app, whichever calendar app you are using. I'm using Gmail. Okay, so let's start creating the calendar. Go over here and click on add other calendars, create a new calendar, give it a name. Let's call it 2026 goals. Select the time zone, hit create calendar. Okay, now you need to switch to this calendar. So go back and uncheck all other calendars. Just keep this one 2026 goal so that you have a blank canvas to start planning your ideal week. Okay, so now start with the non-negotiables. Non-negotiables, something that you should have in your calendar, something that you should not be compromising that with any other activity. For example, your sleep, your family time, time with your kids if you have kids, time to spend on your health. So basically there are three things, right? If it's not related to your friends and family, if it's not related to your health and fitness, if it's not related to your career, then it shouldn't be in your calendar. What I mean by that, you should not be adding your leisure or entertainment things. Yes, if it is part of your friends and family, that means if you are spending some quality time with your family or your friends, having a social life, then yeah, sure. But let's say playing video games, watching TV, Netflix and chill, scrolling on social media, all those things should not be in your calendar. The one that I had is not scrolling on social media. The 30 minutes block that I had on my calendar is to replying to the messages or writing post on Twitter, LinkedIn, and replying to the YouTube comments and so on, right? So that was it. That was kind of a productive task for me. That's why it's there in my calendar, and I don't spend time on social media in doom scrolling, watching the brain rot content. I don't do that. Okay, so you start with adding your non-negotiables. Okay, your sleep time. So let's say at 9:30 or 10 p.m. you would want to go to bed. Okay, and now I'm telling you what has worked for me and how you can do that, but feel free to adjust this accordingly. Like, if you are someone who likes to work or learn or upskill during the late night hours, then that's good for you, right? I cannot do that because sometimes my kids wake up in the middle of the night, and then I have to leave everything over here and run back, put them back to bed. So yeah, so I have adjusted my calendar according to my family, according to my priorities, and feel free to adjust this as per you. So yeah, let's put it go to bed. Okay, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Like, again, you don't have to wake up at 4. It's just something that I am telling you has worked for me. Okay, so you can maybe put this 9:30 to 4. Okay, and let's repeat it for daily. Like, it doesn't have to be just on weekdays, and it shouldn't be like you'll be partying on every weekend. Make sure you do that. Make sure you put that for each and every day. Yes, of course, there will be some days when you cannot follow the calendar strictly, right? Because there are some circumstances. Let's say you have to go to a party, or you have party at home, or some of your friend came over to meet you. Then it's okay to get deviated from the schedule that you have set, but you should at least plan your day. You should at least try to follow your ideal week. Okay, so that's what time boxing is all about. Okay, so I've added it, and let's hit save now. Going to bed, it's there on your calendar, so you'll get the notification. The beauty of time boxing is because this calendar app will be there in your phone, in your laptop, and everything. So if you are working, you'll get the notification on your laptop. If you are on phone, if you are using your phone and haven't gone to bed yet, you will get the notification, let's say 10 minutes before that, yes, it's time to go to bed. And for every other task, right? So you don't have to worry about creating a long list of to-do list and which one to do next, which one to follow next. You can just follow the calendar. It will notify you 10 minutes in advance, and you know what to do next. Okay, so that's the first task. Then let's say your next task is to upskill, or learn something, read something, and it starts over here. So give yourself half an hour to 45 minutes after you wake up, and then let's say from 5 a.m., let's call it upskilling. Okay, and it could include anything. It could include learning, reading, it could include working on hands-on projects, and anything that you want to do that is helpful in your journey. So let's just add a good emoji to pump you up in the morning, and let's keep it till 7:30. I'm assuming 7:30 is when you have to get ready to go to work. Okay, so let's put that. And let's, if you are a college student, then maybe you have to go to college after that, or somewhere else, I don't know, right? But this is what I'm putting it over here. And again, repeat this task on a daily basis. Hit save. Okay, now upskilling is there. Now let's say from 7 a.m., oh sorry, from 9 a.m. you have office or college. So let's put that office work, and this is something that is needed, right? This is something that pays your bill, that helps your family financially and morally. So yeah, let's put that in calendar as well, and it should be a non-negotiable, right? So let's put that, which is, let's put some office emoji, which is, okay, I don't know if anything fits over here, so let's put this one. Okay, and not from 9 to 10, like you won't be getting paid for just 1 hour of work each day. Let's put it from 9 to 5 for now, and we'll adjust that later on. Okay, and repeat that on weekdays from Monday to Friday, assuming you don't work on Saturdays or weekends. So let's put that and hit save. Okay, so now your office work is also there. Now let's say from 5 to 6 you have your commute, like from office or from college, you get back to home or the place that where you live. Okay, so let's put that as well. Commute 5 to 6, and this will be for weekdays, right? So add the repeat, and Monday to Friday. Okay, let's change the color. You don't want your calendar to look clumsy, and that is why it is important to use different colors for different tasks, right? And let's say, like from 8 to 9 as well, you need to add commute. Let's give this a different color. Let's put lavender. I'm not sure why, but let's just put it there. And yeah, this has to be repeated as well, Monday to Friday. Okay, so this is also here. Now let's say you reach home at 6:30. After that you only have few hours. So in this few hours you might have different responsibilities like your family time, your kids, or you are someone who's helping your family with the household chores, making dinner or taking care of kids and so on, right? So that's why let's put it family time over here, and this should be from 6 to 9 p.m. Okay, and let's repeat this on a daily basis, and let's change the color, and let's put it tangerine. Okay, all events. Now your calendar looks something like this. You have only added 2.5 hours for upskilling, and that too when you are going to bed at 9:30 p.m., right? Assuming 6.5 hours of sleep. But if you are someone, 6.5 hours is not enough. Let's say you are someone who needs at least 8 hours of sleep, because this is what most people need. So how would you find the time to upskill? Okay, first let's adjust this to 9:30 to, let's say, 5:30 or 6 a.m. How much time it is? 8.5 hours. So let's put it 5:30 a.m. Okay, let's hit save all events. Okay, now you have adjusted it 5:30 and there is an overlap. So now your upskill time has to move. Like if you are waking up at 5:30, let's say you are should be able to start your upskilling from 6 a.m. Okay, let's hit save all events, and now you cannot do 6 to 8:30, so let's change this to 7:30. Okay, now over here you would have to commute. So now you only have 1.5 hours each day for commute. How would you find time now? Okay, this is where the prioritization is important, and this is where I'm going to tell you few things that your manager wouldn't want you to know, or your manager, like, don't show this to your manager that I have told you this. Okay, so what do you need to do? You see, first you see the time that you are spending, that is not something that is related to your friends and family, health and fitness. And yes, you might add gym time over here somewhere, right? So maybe over here, once you wake up, that means you have half hour less now. Okay, so you only have 1 hour. So what to do now? If it's not your friends and family, health and fitness, if it is not your career related or career and office related task, it shouldn't be on your calendar, right? That's the first thing. Second is, let's try to find some time from the task that you have, or from the things that you have on your calendar. Okay, so you have office work from 9 to 5. Do you really think you need to work from 9 to 5? Like, I'm assuming you are someone who is looking for a new job, who is fed up of the existing job, underpaid, and all the things that we talked in the beginning, right? So, do you really want to work 9 to 5 in that company? Yes, you are getting paid. So, yes, you should be working, but do you have to be the star performer? Because what we do is, when we get some task, we try to take a lot of extra responsibility, and that eats up a lot of our time. And why we take that responsibility? To get the promotion, to get the appreciation, to be the star performance, to get the awards. Like, you don't want those things, right? What goal you should be having? Your goal should be to upskill and to get a better job somewhere else in a new company. So you should be not really wanna be a star performer. Okay, so let's try to adjust this now. So let's say from 9 to 12 you work. Okay, 9 to 12. Oh, sorry, not this one. 9 to 12. Okay, 9 to 12 p.m. And let's hit save all events, and give yourself around, like, let's say half an hour for your lunch. And from 12:30 add the upskilling over here. Okay, and let's add this and this. Okay, save, and let's repeat this for Monday to every weekday. Okay, now again 12:30 to 1:30, 1 hour you get extra each day. Okay, so now again let's put on the work over here from 1:30 to, let's say, 3:30, and let's repeat that on every weekday. Okay, so now you are working from 9 to 12, then 12 to 12:30 your lunch, 12:30 to 1:30 again upskilling time, or you can move upskilling before your lunch. Maybe you feel sleepy after having lunch. So after that, let's say work 1:30 to 3:30, and then let's add one more hour of upskilling over here. Okay, again, there will be some situations, some circumstances where you won't be able to find time, maybe because of some priority issue, maybe something burning that is going on within your team. But if you can get the time, and that's really beneficial for you. Okay, so let's add this repeat on every weekday. Okay, so now you see you have 1 hour over here and 1 hour over here, which is 2 hours, and 1 hour in the morning. So 3 hour each day, which is 15 hours per week. Okay, that's a lot of time. Okay, now what else? Where else you can find the time? You see, your weekends are empty. Yes, you might be going to the bed or even on the weekends on the same day. And do you think you can spend at least 4 hours on each weekday for the upskilling? If you have kids, I'm assuming if you have kids, you can do that after they go to bed or before they wake up. No kids, like, unless it's less than 1 year old, they don't wake up at 4 in the morning, but you can. So that's what you can use. So upscaling on weekend. Okay, and let's put that for every Saturday and Sunday from 4 to 7:30. And let's add the repeat schedule every weekend. Where is the weekend? Up there is weekly on Sunday, annually. Okay, let's put it custom. Repeat every day on. Okay, let's put that like this: weekly on Sunday. Okay, so I just added it for the Sunday, and you can do that for Saturday. Okay, for Saturday there is already there, right? So you found some extra time now over here on Saturday and on Sunday as well. So that's 15 plus around 4, 19, 19, 20 hours. So now you have got 20 hours extra every week. Again, this could be something that you won't be able to fully manage, you won't be able to fully follow. But even if you follow half of it, you are still getting 10 hours every week. 10 to 15 hours every week. That's a lot of time if you do it consistently. So that's a lot of time that you can spend on your upskilling, and you should be able to follow this schedule. Remember, consistency is the key, right? It's not like you are taking time 5 hours per day, and like for the rest of the month you don't really care about it, or you did not put the efforts. It doesn't work like that. Even if you are doing it for 1 hours each day, but you do it for next 6 months, that's the consistency that we need, and that's what's going to help you. Okay, so only few things that you have to remember. If the task is less than 15 minutes, should not be on your calendar. If the task is related to your leisure, entertainment, and fun related activities, it should not be on your calendar. And try to put only the crucial task, something that you want your ideal week to look like. Okay, do you want your ideal week to look like in which you have spent 10 hours every week in doom scrolling random Instagram reels? Do you want to do that with your life? I mean, if you want to do that, then that's okay. But if that's just a distraction for you, then do not put that in calendar. And if it's not in your calendar, do not do that. Remove social media, uninstall Instagram, Facebook from your phone if you can. That would be really helpful. Now, if you are ready to fill those empty spaces in your calendar with some valuable skills, you can check out my channel. There are many videos. You can start with the DevOps roadmap. That's the first video that you should be watching. And for each of the stages, I have separate playlist. You can follow along that. You can do the hands-on. You can upskill yourself. And if you face any issue, let me know in the comments. I'll try to help you out. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this new type of video you would have found it helpful and valuable. If you did, let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Happy learning.